It took me 2 years to realize that all you need is 1,000 true fans for you to make a living off the internet. I used to think that I needed 100,000 followers, a huge audience, but in reality, it's much less than that. I only opened my mind to it after I came across Kevin Kelly's 1,000 true fans theory. I'm gonna put a little video here and let the man speak for himself.
There is sort of an assumption that the goal is to hit it big, the big time bestseller, a hit. And most people kind of come to associate those numbers, that kind of large scale, with success. And the idea that success could look differently, that you could have a more modest size scale and that be successful, sometimes is dismissed as lifestyle businesses or whatever. And I kind of realized that the technology would allow a different version of that it was possible and that it would be good. It would be good for people. And so that was, I think people can resonate with that because it's a viable alternative option to things that was not spoken before, was not even really on the radar.
Once I heard that, instead of focusing on getting more followers, I decided to focus on building a community on my social media pages. And that completely changed my business. Think with me here for a second. If you had 1,000 people that are willing to buy from you right now, what would that do to your business? How much revenue would that generate? What will your operations be like? Would you have to hire people? Would you be able to meet that demand? So 1,000 fans can truly change your business. I'm gonna do some math here to show you how powerful this is. With a $100 product or service, which is a very low ticket offer, and I'm gonna do it in 2 different ways. Going viral way, which is you focus only on creating content top of funnel that goes viral in order for you to attract followers. And the other way, I'm gonna do a community-based content creating strategy, which is what I do now. So you're gonna see that the conversion rates here are quite different. These are not numbers that I created on the top of my head. These are numbers that I've done research, that I've seen on videos from other creators, that I've seen the data behind it. So those numbers are not 100% accurate, but they're pretty close to reality. And I'm gonna show you how many people you need in order for you to create a 6-figure business. So let's start with group A, which its goal is to create content that goes viral and attracts as many followers as possible. I've done the math here. In order for you to reach a 6-figure business, you would need 30,000 eyeballs to watch your content on a daily basis across all your social media platforms. It doesn't have to be one, it can be across all of them. So I'm gonna break down the math and show you how I got to that number. In order for you to make $100,000 in a year with a $100 product, you would need 1,000 sales a day. That is a little bit less than 3 sales a day. So I'm gonna round that up to 3 sales a day. Now let's get to the breakdown. So you have 30,000 people watching your content on a daily basis. 3% of those people are gonna click on whatever freebie you offer them. Let's say a Notion template, LUTs for their videos, presets for their photos. 3% are gonna click off your content and click on the website that will lead them to the landing page where they enter their name and email in order for them to subscribe to whatever community you have. Now, out of those 3%, which equals 900 people, 10% are gonna enter their name and their email to join your community. An email newsletter, a Facebook group, a WhatsApp group, a Discord channel, whatever community you decide to create, in whatever channel you decide to create, 10% will click on those, which leaves us with 90 people entering your community. So you have 90 people in your community now, and you make them an offer. Hey, thanks for joining my community. For the next week, my course is 50% off. Roughly 10% of those people are gonna click on your offer, which leaves you with 9 people on the landing page of your paid product. And roughly by that time, once they get to the 5th step, you would have a 33% conversion rate. 1 in 3 people would buy, which gives you the 3 sales a day that you need. So in order for you to get 3 sales a day, you need consistently 30,000 people to watch your content. That is the math. But now you're gonna ask me, but Pedro, you're telling me that I need 30,000 people to watch my content, but the title of your video is 1,000 true fans. There's a few reasons why you are able to get much higher revenue with only 1,000 true fans. One, you can charge a higher price point for your product or service. Just think about it. Would you be more willing to spend $200 on a brand new TV from Samsung or $100 on a TV that you never heard of? You much rather pay double the price for a company that you trust the products, that you trust their services, and trust the outcome of the product or service they provide you. So number one, if you have an audience of true fans, you'll be able to charge a higher price. Second, you'll be able to create recurring revenue. Those people are not gonna buy from you once a year. Whatever product you put out there, whatever service you offer, 80 to 90% of them are gonna buy from you. Let it be digital assets, let it be a course, let it be a paid community, let it be all three. Sometimes they buy all three. I have had that in my business, somebody that was in my membership program, somebody that bought a course from me, and somebody that bought my digital assets. The dollar amount per customer increases exponentially, making up for the lack of volume you would have if you focused on creating viral content. And number three, they're gonna do the marketing for you. Most likely they'll be surrounded by like-minded people with the same problems that you can solve for your product or your service. So that's why having true fans focusing on building a community is impactful rather than going viral. Now let's get to the point where how do you build those true fans? How do you build meaningful followers? There's various ways, but one of them is through content creation. Let it be by touching your ideal avatar's pain points. What do your ideal clients struggle on a daily basis? What issues they have, how you can solve them, how you can save them time, how you can save them money, how you can save them frustration, how you can save them anxiety. Create content around making their lives easier. The second way is by being consistent, showing up consistently. That builds a level of trust. Imagine this, I am sitting with you for 7 minutes a day in your household when you watch these videos. So make sure you show up, and you show up delivering valuable content that is gonna give them something in exchange for their time and their attention. That is how you build true fans. So now that I've said all of that, let's get to the numbers on how that would look if you were to have 1,000 true fans watching your content. What were the conversion rates for you to reach that 6-figure goal that we just talked about? Let's say you have 1,000 views a day in your content. Out of those 1,000 people, 80% are gonna click on your freebie. They're gonna go to that landing page that I mentioned about where they put their name and email. Out of those 80% of people, which means 800, 90% are gonna enter their name and email. But Pedro, why the difference in conversion rates? In the previous example, you were saying that 10%, and now you're saying 90, that is because you've nurtured them. You've nurtured this audience with content, with touching their pain points, with showing up every day. So your conversion rates are gonna be much higher because they know you, like you, and trust you. That gives you a number of 720 people. 720 people in whatever channel you have. Let it be, again, a Discord channel, a Facebook group, a WhatsApp group, an email newsletter, any of those work. So now you offer them something. Hey, here's my course if you want to learn more. Hey, here's how you can increase your revenue by using my digital assets. Whenever you offer them something, roughly the conversion rate here is 50%. Why? Because they are already on the 4th step on your funnel. They came across your content and followed you. They clicked on your freebie, they signed up for your community, and now you offering them something that will help them even further, even more than they already being helped by you. So the conversion rate is much higher. So 50% of the people are gonna click and go to the product landing page, which gives us 360 people. Now I'm gonna be conservative here so you don't think I'm going crazy, and I'm gonna put the same conversion rate as I put in the previous example of 33%, meaning 1 in 3 people buy it, which gives you a total of 120 people buying your $100 product or service. So now an alarm must have gone on in your head right now. Pedro, you're saying that if I put content daily, I'm gonna reach 1,000 people. And out of those 1,000 people, 120 are gonna buy my product. What happens in 8 days? I'll have my entire audience buying my product. What happens then? Well, the difference with 1,000 true fans is that you scale that a little bit slower. That number of 120 people should be considered on a monthly basis, which averages 4 sales a day, which is 33% higher than the previous example. So what does that mean? Which means in 8 months, you have sold to 960 people, generating a revenue of $96,000. You're not quite there yet, you're not in the 6-figure mark, but you're pretty close. You'll most likely reach that goal in month 8 or 9, which gives you 3 extra months to focus on growing your audience even further, developing other sources of revenue, like I mentioned, develop a new course, a new digital asset, a subscription program. So that gives you 3 months of being paid or free for you to diversify your revenue streams, which is going to increase even further the amount of money you earn next year. And it will give you 3 months to build a bigger connection with your audience and even grow that. So let's say you have 1,200 people in the following year with more programs, with more products, with more services to offer that community, because like I said, they're gonna buy from you more than once. So now you will have 20% more people next year to put through the same funnel, increase your revenue not only by 20%, but exponentially. This is the power of 1,000 true fans, and I gotta thank Kevin Kelly for coming up with this, and the YouTube gods for putting that in front of me through the suggested videos, because it has completely changed the way I approach content creation, it has completely changed the way I approach online business, and it has helped me tremendously. And I hope it helps you as well. If you like this video, leave a like down below. It helps the channel a lot. It's a new channel, as you can see. If you wanna see more about personal branding, content creation, digital marketing, and all of that, consider subscribing, because there's a lot more videos coming your way, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.